All right, so today we're going to be doing episode 2 of our U.S. virtual food tour. Today we're going to be cooking for Alaska. All right, so I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit nervous about going to Alaska virtually to cook because I've never been there and I don't think I even know anyone who's ever been there. So with that being said, I didn't know what we were going to be able to cook to represent Alaska. People on TikTok let us know. We had some great recommendations, some interesting ones, and they all kind of fell into the stereotype of what I thought would be representative of Alaska. In my mind, when I think of Alaska, I think of these beautiful backwoods country scenes with mountains or some streams, a lot of wildlife. So I kind of assumed that there would be something wildlife related for what we're going to be cooking. And that was certainly true in the recommendations. The number 2 recommendation we got was moose meat. I don't even know where you'd go to get it. I checked Walmart, they didn't have it. I guess you probably have to order it online, but either way, the number 1 thing by far was salmon. With that being said, that's what we're going to cook today to represent Alaska. Be sure to let us know afterwards how we did, if we represented it in a good way for how you would cook it for Alaska. If it looks good or not, if you approve of how we did it and just what you think overall. So with that being said, let's dive into it. The first thing is, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it salmon or is it salmon? We'll go to Google and check that out. How do you pronounce? Salmon is the number 1 thing. The Merriam-Webster dictionary is salmon, S-A-M-U-N, so no L. I'm officially saying it right, so that's good. Now let's talk about my personal interpretation of salmon. Personally, I don't really like it. With that being said, I haven't tried it in about 5 years. So I'm going to be very open-minded about this. The last time I had it, it was just really not good. And that was the first time I tried it in a while previous, so I'm really open to this. My taste has definitely changed over the last 5 years, and I do know that there's a few different ways that people cook it. And I think that the traditional way of doing it in classic fine dining is pan searing it. A lot of people on TikTok especially have been asking me about our culinary background, if I'm professionally trained. And the truth is, I've learned more from this masterclass series I took online than anything else. I was able to learn, took the masterclass from Gordon Ramsay and Thomas Keller. In that masterclass, I know Gordon Ramsay specifically taught one class on salmon. I think that's probably the way we're going to do it. But let's go to YouTube and let's just look up a few things. Let's see how he does it. Okay, so pan seared. There's Josh Wiseman, I love him. He's showing you sushi with salmon, so that's definitely one opportunity. Here's Gordon Ramsay's. Let's watch this one. Skin side down, he says. Alright, he said lift it and then score the skin about 4 or 5 times, it looks like. Okay, so he does add butter, garlic, and thyme. I think that's what we're going to do too. Alright, so we know how we're going to do it. We're going to do it the way Gordon taught me. Pan sear it. Hopefully that'll make the skin real crispy. Season it with salt and pepper. Keep it basic like they do. Add some butter, garlic, and thyme at the end. Let's just see what we can do. This is all about learning and trying new things, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I think we've got what we need. Let's go to the kitchen. I'm a little nervous. I've never done this, so I expect to make a few mistakes. I'm going to try to let me know when I do. But let's get started. So I'm going to do it like Gordon did, like I said. First thing he did was he sort of pulled it together so it kind of elevated like that. He scored it. I think the reasoning behind that is to help it cook a little bit more evenly, help to get the skin crispy. I think it's going to get a little seasoning down in there too. Now I know a lot of people will marinate salmon. I've seen a lot of like teriyaki stuff. I've seen a lot of honey, garlic type of marinades with salmon, but trying to keep this more traditional. We might try some of that stuff here in the near future if this goes well. So the pan's already hot. We let that oil come up to temperature a little bit more. Always want to lay anything away from you in a pan so that it doesn't splash towards you, it splashes away from you. All right, this is hot enough now. Let's lay it away from us. And press down. All right, it's time to flip this thing. Okay. See how crispy that is. See if you can hear it. All right, set our thyme, our garlic, and our butter. It smells good. Good start. All right, so we did the 7 minutes. Actually went probably a little bit longer. Like I said, it probably went a little bit longer. I'm gonna finish it with some lemon juice. Now, moment of truth. I don't know really what I'm even looking for. Never done this. I know it's supposed to flake like that when it's done. Here we go. I really didn't think I was going to enjoy that at all. And it was really good. I really was trying to figure out how I was going to say salmon's just not my thing. But I don't have to do that because this is actually really good. That is awesome. I could eat just that and be completely happy. Matter of fact, I'm doing that again. This is really good. Very surprised. Very happy with what we did for Alaska now. I was kind of thinking maybe I should have marinated this. Maybe I should have smoked it. No, that is awesome. Very happy with this. I think it's relatively healthy for you. I don't know. Clearly, I put enough butter in it that it's not healthy for you, but definitely recommend this. Arizona, you're up next. What do we have to cook to represent Arizona? Never been there? Don't know what you're known for besides cactuses? Let me know. We're going to be cooking whatever you tell us to cook. And Arizona, you're up next.